Hey, audience. You guys are the greatest audience, I think, in all time, of all time. I'm always doing that, making little tiny word substitution. Talking is hard. I do it for a living and I still suck. You guys are the greatest audience, though, of all time. I love you guys. Think about you guys sometimes at night. You know? Get naked. Get up the fucking... I like to do it with bacon grease, you know? I have a little thing of bacon grease I keep by my bedside in a bucket. I do cook that much bacon. That's how I got the man titties, you know? These are bacon titties. These man titties are made of pure bacon. I try not to let that secret get out there because people will be hunting me for my bacon meats in my man titties. But, you know, I take the bucket, the bucket of bacon grease, and I use that to think about you guys late at night. My audience, they're so fucking awesome. That's how much I love you guys. Not many entertainers love their audiences quite as much as I do. Oh yeah, and that's what I am. I am an entertainer. I don't know. You know, I mean, it's just one of those silly little things that happens. You don't really expect it. At least I didn't expect it, you know. I always wanted to be a writer or a rock star. So I guess I did kind of expect to be an entertainer. But I didn't expect to be so lame of an entertainer. I wanted to do, like, big, grandiose things. I wanted to write screenplays and novels that would fucking blow your mind. And I wanted to be, like, you know, on stage just being like, you know, whatever. I don't like that particular kind of music, but that seems to be what's popular, so I do it. If it meant being the fucking big rock star, but I never fucking quite attained any of that. Instead, YouTube. But you know what? I'm not bitching. You know, it's still cool, because I feel like YouTubers are like the fucking, like, we're like the punk rockers of our age, you know, but we're not cool like punk rockers. We suck. We're just like punk rockers minus any sort of coolness, any sort of like outsider credibility. We're like the people that never got the spotlight until now. We're just like the last people to fucking have their day. At least that's how I feel. You know, because I think without YouTube, maybe I'd have just ended up fucking like some drunk on the street. Just like, fucking let me tell you how shit works. But because I did that in front of a camera, like, let me tell you how shit works. People are like, hey, that is how shit works. I'm subscribing to this gentleman. I'm going to fucking follow his opinions closely. You know? So it's fortunate that I came up in this glorious age of internets. You know? It's a wonderful thing. Because, you know, I'm the kind of guy, I'm very oblivious when I'm walking around, you know? I'm just kind of like, I look at things without seeing them, you know, just, here we go. Thinking about Steve Buscemi's eyes. Man, Steve Buscemi has some intense eyes. Next thing I know, I'm just like, where the fuck am I? I've never been here before in my fucking life. I've never even been a place that looked vaguely like this. How the fuck did I get here? I was just sitting there thinking about Steve Buscemi's eyes for 20 minutes. And now I'm lost. Oh, there's my house. I didn't wander that far after all. Okay, it's all good. I'm safe. But I am an oblivious motherfucker. I'm the kind of guy that'll drive past, like, the same building every day for, like, a year and then suddenly notice it's there. Like, holy shit, we have a Walmart? God damn. That's me. You know, I'm just oblivious. I'm an oblivious fuck. So, you know, it kind of, you know, I've become more goal-oriented in my later years, in more recent years, I should say. But, you know, I still kind of get in that zone where I just kind of wander around aimlessly, not really knowing what I'm doing, just like, doo-doo-doo-doo. But it's because I get lost in those stupid little thoughts that I'm able to construct videos where I can get on camera and be like this and this and this and this, because I'm always just lost out. I mean, because, most people, they dedicate their intelligence to just navigating their day-to-day lives. So they don't really critically think about anything. They don't really examine anything that is out there in pop culture or, in any literature, science, whatever area, you could conceivably have interest. They're just like, I am this and I'm going to focus on this and that's going to be my life. Like, I know plenty of people, they learn their profession of choice and then that's all they give a shit about. And then when they get home, it's just like, time to watch TV. Not me. I'm always trying to think about everything and report back to you guys. Because I think that most people in my audience are people who think about these things too, and it's fun for them to see their thoughts brought to life, or at least expressed by another person to an audience, and to see that there's other people that also agree with the things being said. Because, before YouTube, before the audience thing, I always kind of felt like no one thinks and feels the way I do about shit. But now I know that's not true. I have a demonstration that that's not true. I'm not saying that every single person that watches my videos or listens to what I have to say agrees with it 100%. I'm sure there's plenty of people that only agree with a small portion of what I say. But the fact that they're listening at all shows that I was wrong about the world when I felt as isolated as I did in the past. But it took YouTube to show me the light. Show me the place where I belonged. So that's my musings on YouTube. I have to awkwardly shut this off because it's way back here. Did not think about how this would play.